So here's the gist of it. You need to watch Shameless, just for your own good. Ready? Okay, let's explain. So, about a few months ago, my friend Maggie suggested that I watch a show called Shameless, which I had heard about, but I hadn't really, didn't really know anything about it. And boy, was she right. So, basically, Shameless is the best show you'll ever watch in your entire life, and that's just the truth. But, here's why. So, Shameless is about a family who grows up in the south side of Chicago with an alcoholic father and a bipolar mother who were never really around to support them, so they had to grow up and support each other throughout poverty. Now, it gets better than that, because that's a basic story that could happen to anyone. But it's a family of 6 kids who are completely self-reliant and grow and experience the struggles of life as they're thrust upon them together. Sometimes they're mad at each other, sometimes they're not. But the thing is, it's not soapy. Something like this could easily get very soapy, and it's just not. It's incredible writing, and it's incredible acting, and none of it is well, there are moments when you can predict it, but not in the way you think you would. Even the moments that you predict are still moments that surprise you, because it's just such an amazing show. It's written so creatively. And there's plots that start in, one season, and then you forget about them, but they're still there until it shows up in another season, and it's been there this whole time, and it's amazing. Furthermore, the acting talent is phenomenal. I've yet to find another television show, another mainstream television show, that has this level of phenomenal acting. Because it's literally phenomenal. It's a team of really talented actors who grow and work together for a series of years and learn how to work together so well. It's amazing. And there's just so much to love with the show. So let's just go through the main characters. First of all, we have Fiona, who is the oldest Gallagher child and the one who ended up raising them for most of their lives. She's 18, maybe 19, 20. I'm not sure about her exact age as to when the series begins. It's a 9-season long series, and each season covers another year. So you kind of grow up with them. So in season 1, Fiona's around 18 to 20. She hasn't graduated high school, but she's working all the jobs she can get to help provide for her family. But she's not the only one doing it. She has the other older kids, who are Lip and Ian at the time. Those are the 3 oldest kids, and they have the most adult issues, you can say. That changes later on when the other kids grow up. But Lip and Ian are like 2 bros in a pod. They're such a dynamic duo team, and it's amazing. And the thing is, they're so different, but that they get along so well. And they're kind of the rocks that hold the whole thing together. Fiona's kind of like the leader in charge, and then you got Lip and Ian, and they're the 2 henchmen. But they're not dumb henchmen. Well, they're the 2 henchmen, let's put it that way. And Lip is Maggie's favorite. I don't know why. Well, later on I see why. But at the beginning, I don't really like Lip that much. It's just kind of whatever. He makes a bunch of dumb decisions. He's kind of self-centered. But that's the type of guy Maggie goes for, I guess. The self-centered, narcissistic ones. Whatever. But then, next in line to the throne, we have Ian Gallagher. And by far, when I tell you that Ian Gallagher was my favorite character on the first few seasons, there's nothing truer than that. Because he's just such a sweet kid, but he also has all these adult problems that he has to put up with at such a young age, and he makes it through in such a mature and responsible way. Well, most of the time. And he's just so lovable, and great, and a little gay, which is great. There's just so much love over Ian. And I love him so much until the later seasons. We'll get into that later. That is a tale for another time. But until the later seasons, Ian is by far my favorite, and I even went so far as to keep a point sheet for at least the first few seasons of my favorite characters. So whenever a character would do something that I was like, good job, I would give them a amount of points. Sometimes it's 1 point, sometimes it's 10 points. It just depends. I mean, usually it wasn't 10 points unless it's Ian. But it got so far as to that, and undoubtedly in the first few seasons, Ian always came out on top. Except for season 1 when he was tied with Fiona, and I don't remember who was in top. I don't remember. I have a text somewhere saved. Not important. Ian's my favorite character, and, like, if I make more videos with Shameless, you're gonna find that out pretty quickly. Even when he's not my favorite character, he's my favorite character. Moving on. We have... Is it Debbie or Carl? Carl's older. Carl is definitely older. No, Debbie's older. Carl's older. Carl's older. Carl is definitely older. Next, we have Carl. Carl is the little renegade rebel of the group. He's boyish. He's, hands in the dirt. He isn't afraid to, like, knock a hoe up with a bat, you know? That's his, like, persona. He mellows out later on. Focus. Oh my gosh, how long have I been like that? I'm not sure. He mellows out later on, but that's Carl at the beginning. And I hated Carl at the beginning. Like, I literally hated that little brat at the beginning. But when he grows up, he became easily one of my favorite characters. There's not a scene in the later seasons that has Carl in it that I am not, yes, go Carl. Like, I love it so much. Moving on, we have Debbie. Debbie is a little ball of ginger power. Like, she's got such ginger energy. She, along with Ian, but they're like polar opposite ginger energy. Anyway, Debbie Gallagher at the beginning is a lovable, problem-solving. Like, she's gonna make her way in the world no matter what she has to do, and she always does it in the most creative ways. That's her at the beginning, and then she turns into a brat, and then she turns into a nice person again. But, Debbie, I loved the beginning because she had such a great relationship with Fiona, and you got to see her grow up and see Fiona not be a mom, but be a mom to Debbie, and it was amazing. And I loved that. And then well, there's spoilers there, but then something happened. You'll know it when you see it. And she turned into a little brat. And then after that, she mellowed out. Anyway, another point. And then there's Liam. And Liam, in the first few seasons, is literally a baby. Like, he doesn't talk. I think he's a diaper in the beginning. But when he grows up, he becomes one of my favorites because he's just such a chill dude. He's black, which it isn't relevant to the whole thing. But he's black, and you end up thinking at the beginning that he's adopted. Or, like, partially related to the Gallaghers. And I'm not going to spoil whether he is or not, but it's interesting, to say the least. But the whole family is white, besides Liam. They're, like, Irish Catholic immigrants. No, not immigrants recently, but, like, their family is clearly Irish Catholic, and they clearly immigrated a while ago. And there's just so many other characters, and the Milkoviches. Mandy Milkovich is my girl. Love her. And then Nikki, whatever. These are all characters you'll come to know and love later. But this is why you need to watch Shameless, because I've spent the past few months of my life obsessing over these characters and growing with them and seeing them grow up and being a part of their lives, and it's amazing. It's such an amazing show, and I am not exaggerating when I say it's literally the best show I've seen in my life. And I've never thought about, like, a show that was, like, the best show I've seen in my life before until now. Like, this made me think there was a show that objectively better than another show, and this is definitely it. Like, better than every other show I've ever seen. I'm not saying it's the best show in the world, because I haven't seen every show in the world, but it's definitely the best show I've seen. And that's why you should watch Shameless. I'm not sure if that was really a reason. It's just do yourself a favor and watch it.